So this is a 350 Mercury Cruiser engine with a 4-barrel quadrajet Rochester carburetor. And the problem with this is that I'm having a hard time starting when the engine is cold. So the carburetor is running fine. It's good. I've already cleaned it, checked it out. This carburetor has a divorce choke here. It's an older style carburetor, but the divorce choke is working fine. So I'm trying to solve the cold start problem. So first I'm gonna do a tune-up on it. I'm gonna be replacing the cap and rotor along with the spark plug wires and the spark plugs. And it's a pain in the butt. See the spark plug wires there? It runs onto this side. It goes way underneath here. I don't know if the camera can catch it, but I'm gonna have to change all the spark plugs in here. Okay, so this is the documentary on how I change my spark plug wires, cap and rotors, spark plugs, and to see if I could solve the cold start issue. So that's how you do it. So I'm gonna disconnect once I label them. How I know this is, see this? 2 goes to 2, 7 goes to 7, 5 goes to 5, okay, and 3 goes to 3, and so on. 4 goes to 4, 8 goes to 8, and 1 goes to 1 on the cap. So that's how you do it, but you just have to remember that the cap is bolt on like this way, okay, and so that's how you do it. Now I got the cap and rotor off, and this is the difference between the new cap and rotor and the old cap and rotor. This is the old cap and rotor, and as you can see, all those are corroded copper points right there. This is where the spark is transferred to the plug wires, and as you can see, it's oxidized and badly corroded. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, it's pitted and very badly corroded. I don't know how long this has been on the boat, because I bought the boat used, and this season it's hard to start, so that's how it is. And then this is the rotor. As you can see, it's badly pitted and corroded. Yep. And this is the new one. See how it's ideal, it's clean, it's ideal. And that's the new rotor as well. Now this new rotor, this new cap is different in that it has a ventilation hole for this to go in here as a ventilation. So being that this is a marine distributor cap, this one does not have a ventilation hole. So that's probably the reason why there's a lot of corrosion in here, because there's moisture gets inside and gets trapped in there, and that brings in corrosion and oxidation. So to install the cap and rotor, what you do, there's only one way the rotor will go in. So see this little cutout right here? That's so that it can guide the shaft in here, the hole in there, onto the shaft, and it'll only go in one way. And there you go. And that is as easy as apple pie. And some people pays an arm and a leg to have a mechanic, a marine mechanic, do this job. If you can fix a car, you can do this. So this is how I put the cap on. Basically, I have to put the screws here back into the cap here, the hose here, and so that I could, and this is just an example here, so that I could put it in. And if I remember this right, it goes in this way. The old one goes in this way as well. But I have to put a gasket right here that comes with a gasket, and I'll show you later. Okay, so I put the gasket in. I just want to let you know that if anybody's going to do this, there is a sticky side to the gasket here. So what I found is that the the sticky side of the gasket has to go into the distributor cap like this. Okay, and so once it goes in here, and we slowly put this in here like so, and align it with the screw holes here, and everything should be okay. And all you need to do is bolt it in to the hose here and the hose here. There's four bolt holes where we bolt it in, and that's how you do the distributor cap. And after that, you see these numbers here, like number 1, 8, 4. You put back the wires as you labeled them before. Okay, so it's bolt on. This screw, this bolt is bolt on. That bolt is bolt on. That bolt is bolt on in the back. And this bolt is also bolt on. See, this is where the ventilation hole is. And this is why it's, I said that this newer design is probably going to be better, because there's now ventilation inside the distributor, which is good. So now we're going to put back the plug wires. I label that as number 2. It goes back to number 2, and so on. Okay, so if you're like me, where you're a heck of paranoid about putting in back the wrong wires, just label them like that. Like number 4 goes to number 4 in here. Okay, just look at the cap. It's idiot proof almost. Okay, being that everything's back in place, we're gonna change the plugs along with the plug wires. So, and how I ordered my stuff, it came with the plug wires, and I also have the spark plugs for it, which I have to check the gap. So finally changed the cap and rotor, put new plug wires and new plugs inside. Okay, I'll show a couple examples of the plugs. These are, I don't know how long they've been in, but suffice to say that it's pretty good. These are good condition plugs. They'll, you know, if I have a plug cleaner, they'll last for some time as well. They're not that bad. They're still very nice. Okay, so the past couple weeks, it was really hard to start this engine. So I primed it once here, and I haven't started the engine at all. So this will be the first time I start in over 2 weeks. And this is a cold start. See if I'm going to have any problem. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Throttle. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is cold start, and it fired right up. Okay. So, see? So it fired right up, which is really good.